Being queer means to me is being yourself, being as authentic as you possibly can be, not having to apologize for the way you present yourself or the way that others choose to see you.
Being queer to me, is very much like I have a built-in community. I feel very seen and heard, and like I have a whole bunch of siblings just out there, and I don't feel like as alone in myself, because for the longest time I didn't know what being queer was.
One misconception that I think comes from that older generation is that it's for a trend. It's not real, it's for the photos, it's for just like popularity, it's just for attention, when it is real. It's completely natural for some of us.
People think it's a choice, which is like, if I had the choice to, and I guess it's kind of true, it is a choice, but it's a choice the same way of, you can choose to not, drink water for the rest of your life, but you're not really going to be happy or fulfilled or even really functioning not doing that. So the biggest misconception I've seen is just that it's such a lifestyle decision when it is something that is so inherent to a person that it can cause either intense trauma or it can just completely ostracize them from their families, that sort of thing. And that is not something that anybody would want to voluntarily do.
That we're trying to change your children, we're trying to turn them. A lot of people see it as a disease that needs to be fixed, when in reality there's nothing wrong. A lot of people use the Bible against queer people, which unfortunately turns people away from church and another part of being authentically who they are and loving who they want to love, practicing how they want to practice, even though it doesn't interfere with anyone else. Is kind of one of those things where it's like, if you don't like it, then don't do it.
I do think that our society makes it hard for queerness and self-identity for many reasons. There's many, even when you're young, there's like transphobic jokes and homophobic jokes in TV shows. Even at a young age, you're getting that. And also it comes from your upbringing. I was homeschooled. I didn't even know queer people existed till I was like in high school. It just really depends on where you grow.
Our society is so heteronormative, so over-sexualized, that when people say like, oh, I'm gay, they immediately think, oh, it's a kink, it's a fetish, you're doing it for more sexual gratification, when it's not that in most instances. And it's hard for people to figure that out when society tells them like, you have to be this way, you have to do this to have this label, and yada yada yada, all that jazz. So
my message to the community is to never settle with your identity. Never let someone tell you what you are and what you aren't. Let that always be a decision that you make for yourself.
It is okay to feel scared in this situation. There are scary people, there are bad people, but just know that if you look in the right places, you're not alone. This is a very big community. There are people everywhere. Just around the corner, you can find someone to talk to.
Take things at your own speed and learn how you want to learn. What works for one person might not work for you, and that's okay. It's a long journey ahead, but you've got this.